Hey everybody, welcome. This is Chris Callahan with UVM Extension Agricultural Engineering. Let's talk about repairing some pitted concrete. Here's a little bit at the entrance at a doorway. You can see it's been exposed to the elements for quite a while. It's got some nice leaves in there and some water from recent rain. So I'd like to smooth that up and make that transition a little better for folks. We're going to start by sweeping it clear of debris. A stiff broom here is a good start. Let's just get our eyes on what's actually happening here. And we're going to make sure we wear personal protective equipment. I find knee pads are helpful for this kind of work, so you can get close to the work. Put a pair of glasses on, masonry chisel and a hammer. Just going to start exposing a fresh face of the concrete here. You see that just got rid of that little island of concrete in the very center there. That was bound to come out at some point anyway. Don't hold back here. If you don't take it out, it's probably going to come out eventually. So you'll get a feel for this, but as you go along, just don't hesitate to take more out than less. Get back in there with a broom. See what we have to work with here. It's really important to try to maintain a clean work area, especially with this kind of work. Get into that again later. Wire brush. So the wire brush here is going to help to get rid of any of the other loose debris that's inside or debris that will become loose. Again, sometimes it might be hanging on by a thread. Just get it out of there. We want to have real sound material to work with. First of several vacuumings here, so get the vacuum in there and get rid of what you just dislodged with the wire brush. Get right in all around the pits and right in the middle. And then don't hesitate to really put another head on that vacuum and get all around your work area, because the next couple steps are gonna be pretty important to have a clean work area. I'm gonna start with some concentrated cleaner, and we mix that down. That mayonnaise jar has some diluted cleaner. I'm gonna want to make sure we put some gloves on for the rest of this work. And I find it's helpful to have a spray bottle for applying this cleaner. So I take the diluted cleaner and mix and put it into a spray bottle, and that gives me a way of applying it really easily to whatever I'm working on. In this case, with the pits, I have more of a spray on the nozzle setting, and then if I were working on cracks, repairing cracks in the concrete, I would have more of a stream. Going to take a wire brush here, and we're not necessarily looking to dislodge anything more here, but if it's going to come out, it's going to come out. This is really just making sure that our cleaner is getting into the nooks and crannies, and we have really good coverage. And you can see that we're going to start to whiten up the concrete a little bit, and we want to make sure our cleaner is allowed to sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and it should still be sort of white and frothy when we're done. And then what we're going to come back at it with is some water. Just dilute that down a little bit all around, and then this is just a cleaning step really ahead of getting rid of the bulk water and cleaner with a wet vac. So last chance to kind of make sure that the work area is clean. We don't want to have any sort of pebbles or debris lying around, because our next step is applying mortar. So we're going to take our quick setting cement, mix it up according to the package. This package said 5-to-1 mortar to water, or cement to water. I found that to be pretty thick, so I thinned it out just a bit with a little extra water. I use a 2-inch margin trowel for most of the mixing and the first application of the mortar. So we'll just use that margin trowel and just start applying some of the mortar. It doesn't need to be perfect at this point. It really is about getting it to fill the pitting. So this is a sort of rough application at first. We're going to smooth it out with the rubber grout trowels there in the bottom center of the screen once we get it all filled in. Got about 90 minutes generally to work with a batch of mixed cement and mortar. Fast forwarded it here for you. So we got everything pretty much filled, roughly. It doesn't need to be super smooth at this point. We're going to take this rubber grout trowel and smooth these out. I've found this to be the best tool for these kinds of small repairs. There are other trowels out there that are generally used for larger fresh pours. For example, when you've just done a large slab, fresh concrete slab, other trowels that are larger and different materials are helpful there. The challenge with this application is you got cured concrete on the edges of the repair, and so you need something that sort of conforms a little bit to end up with a smooth surface. Looking for better, not perfect, but this is looking pretty good. This is what we started with. We got it cleaned up, and we patched it up.